I've now walked the whole of the Wye Valley Way, from the wild heart of the Cambrian Mountains all the way down to the Severn at Chepstow. This is the story of that journey, told over a dozen short films here on my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy watching them as much as I've loved the walking, the company, the filming and the editing. This first stage was a solo adventure. Best beloved, that's Emma, my wife, deposited me with a hint of trepidation high up in Hafren Forest. A fresh dusting of snow had transformed the usually green Cambrian mountains into a silent, silvery white and glistening world. I didn't see another human being all day. Before this walk, I'd already made one attempt to reach the Wye's source, high up on the flanks of Plynlimon. Oh my word, somewhere up there is the source of the Wye. Magic spot this. I'm at the top of Plynlimon Fire. I made the summit, but the weather was so foul that I turned back before finding the actual spring that is the source of this wonderful river. I did get there later on a calmer, more benign day, but this walk, from Ryd y Benach down to the first village on the river, Llangurig, felt like the true beginning. I started almost 2,000 feet above sea level, where the newborn rivers, the Wye, the Severn and the Rydal, trickle off this bleak moorland. From Hafren I dropped more than 1,000 feet, following the first bold curves through frozen forest and across a landscape shaped by miners and ice ages alike. And I say I walked alone, but I felt I was accompanied by the ghosts of the men and women, the hardy folk who once worked in the mines and on the land of this lovely, lovely place. I unpacked, fired up my stove, and I had a most satisfactory luncheon, including steaming hot bovril. Just a job. Well, this is luxury. This is absolute luxury. Bovril. Well, I've been walking now for, seriously, in my retirement since 2020. So I've done 4 years of this kind of thing, but I've never walked on a day like this. I've skied on a day like this, but never walked on a day like this that I can remember. Been really frosty days, but no real snow cover. And this really is something else. Well, there you go. That's the first bridge on the River Wye. Long way to the last bridge. So I must have about 6-7 miles to go. I've got 3 or 4 hours of daylight left. There should be a breeze. Famous last words. Later, as the path slipped across the road and into the pines, the afternoon turned wintry again. The shadows deepened, the snow thickened, and I felt the temperature fall with more or less every step I took. Well, just taking a breather on my tramp to Llangurig.
Just about the most unnerving thing I've experienced today is the sound of 12-bore rifles being discharged. And they sound awfully close to me, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Not because I feel I'm in any danger, it's just that the lovely peace is shattered by that monstrous sound. It's getting gnarlier, walking fans. Getting a lot gnarlier. Or snowier. Deep snow here, and apparently this is a path. You could have bloody fooled me. But I left myself ample time. I think I've left myself ample time. I'm sure I have. And I'm loving it, really. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. Fording! I've had such a blast today. A few slides, but nothing that constitutes a slip and a fall. So hopefully that'll continue. Very pungent smell of sheep shit here. Oh, for fuck's sake, no. Damn it! Well, plans have changed, walking fans. I've lost the receiver from my mic. I pinned down to whereabouts I've lost it, but I can't really go back because I'll be losing daylight. So a bit of a bummer. I've lost a piece of equipment. I've still got, I don't know, a good hour's walking to get to Llangurig. And this particular dairy farm here, cattle farm, is a muddy mess. Some very yappy dogs too. Well, not the entry I was planning into Llangurig for the end of my walk, but it'll have to do. It's getting dark. So the decision I took to come the faster way, even though it was a little bit hazardous, has paid off.
By the time I'd reached the comfort of the village, the first one on the River Wye, the light had gone and I stumbled into town in the dark, tired but thrilled. Now, unbeknownst to me, a walking group had been put together by Ruth Waycott of Wye National Landscape, and they covered this walk on a rather gentler day. At the time I walked it, I hadn't met them, but I've since joined their ranks and become honorary videographer. And you'll see their smiling faces in later stages, but for now, here are a few stills from their very own snow-free day on this route. Looking back, this first stage felt like more than just the start of a long walk. Following a river from its source to the sea is a bit like tracing the course of a life, beginning in the high uncertain uplands and slowly gathering purpose as it flows onwards. So here it begins, my mountain to sea mission, one stage at a time. And if you enjoy this journey, please do comment, like and subscribe. You'll find route details and parking suggestions below, and you can watch all my Wye Valley Way videos on my channel. I'm Steve, the Ponytail Pensioner, and this was stage 1 of the Wye Valley Way. Join me next time for stage 2 from Llangurig down to the first town on the Wye, Rhayader. Thanks for watching.